Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tarbus. Thought I'd do I guess it's an after hours, but I'm still working, so maybe it's an at hours. But anyway, you get the drift. Welcome back to the Tarbus. I'm gonna do a little weathering on this Gundam while I chat with you guys. So I finished the B-47 today, and I'll put some pictures up here, probably as I'm speaking. I'm already showing them to you. And it's the Academy 1:144 scale kit. And it was a casual build. I didn't, get super into it. Just kind of built it right out of the box. Used a little bit of silver and a little bit of aluminum paint. Can hardly tell the difference. And gotta be honest, I'm pretty happy with it. Fun build, went together well. Great decals. So I know Academy used to have some issues, but I'm thinking nowadays they're making a pretty good product. See, this is the kind of stupid stuff I do. I put things down and then my hand goes right to where it was. So I'm gonna weather this old Gundam kit here by just putting a little bit of this rust, just a hint, don't overdo it, into some of the joints and nooks and crannies and places where water would run, when they're in the atmosphere, and would tend to cause oxidation. On the Tom Daniel Dornier, you guys are right almost unanimously. You're like, don't try to fix it. It's fine. You go back, you'll make matters worse. I'm like, yeah, that's all too true. I think I might have just been looking for a little reaffirmation that was the correct approach. And so I'm leaving it as is. I did send some pictures to Fine Scale Modeler and also the story behind it. Guys, TD is famous, of course, for his car designs, mainly the ones he did from Monogram, but he also was an active model builder himself, and from what I've seen from that Dornier, a really world-class one, too. He said, unfortunately, that a lot of the stuff, like all of us, the kits kind of get lost to time and history, and but I'm hoping he can round up some of those photographs of his personal builds, because I'd like to see him, because if anything like what I've seen so far, they would make some real impressive photographs. He does very meticulous work, and the Gundam figure here. Of course, this is my first one, so although I know a little bit of the history behind it, because when I did the Bandai video, I had to do some research just so I have an idea what I'm talking about. But of course, there are people who are in it to a huge way, and it's kind of its own thing. But having done one now, my attitude is, yes, it's model building, just a different form of sci-fi. But as far as I'm concerned, they're as much as part of the community as anybody, and I know that they're modeling has its little cliques and groups and everything. Some people only do cars. Some people, my model building is better than your model building, blah, blah, blah. And if you're not carving wood, you're not a real model builder. And if you start with anything more than a set of instructions, then you're not a real blah, blah, blah. You're not a real model builder. Nah, blah, blah, blah. If you like putting things together like this, and you enjoy working with the wood or the plastic or the metal, it doesn't matter. You're a modeler. And, it's not a competition. I mean, it's okay, everybody's got an ego. It's nice to feel that, what I do is the best thing out there. That's fine, but never turn your nose up at anybody just because they do something different or it's not your favorite medium. Every time I think, well, I don't have an interest in that, but I'll try one. And then, of course, you get an education in it. You realize, well, now I see why people do this, and it's its own expertise. And of course, you guys know me. I'll build anything. And sometimes, like when I opened up this Gundam and saw all those parts, I was like, oh God, what have I gotten into? But you get going on it and clips right along and gets those creative juices flowing. And I guess it'd be a little rust in the armpit, right? Got to be there. I've got rust under here, I'm pretty sure. Now that I got a metal hip, am I gonna rust? I gotta stay out of the water. So the kits that I'm thinking about doing next, I've got some of them, well actually I need to get those kits put up on the shelf and figure out what I want to do next, but I still got so many open kits. One of the reasons I wanted to finish that B-47 was somebody mentioned, you know, have you done any work on it lately? Like, no. And it's kind of hard to justify opening another kit when you still have kits that are awaiting your attention. And I'm like, you know, well, you know, they judge me. They sit over there. We're over here all alone, and you won't pay any attention to us, and you're a bad model builder, and we hate you. And please, I get plenty of that from the cat. Oh, by the way, who was it? Garfield? One of you guys made a comment that cracked us all up. You guys may know that I spilled a bottle of black paint the other day. Just barely missed hitting the Dornier. And I took a photo of it, and somebody said, it's a Maxident. And my wife said, oh, we have a new word in our house now. You know, when I do something, it's going to be a Maxident. And without sharing too much, she was like, I've seen plenty of Maxidents. I do your laundry. This is great. It never gets old. Okay, I'm not trying to make him look like a rust bucket, just a little bit to highlight. And I want to keep it streaking down, you know, I want it to look like, you know, just a little exposure to. This is what you get for flying through the clouds, not oiling yourself down properly. Put a little up here in the skirt. And of course, the place I put most of it's down around the ankles and knees, the lower areas. You know, it'd be more inclined because generally speaking, water goes downhill. Again, I'm just trying to make it look a little weathered. I'm not trying to give him that, you know, post-apocalyptic look. And, but unless you're, you know, military hardware, unless it's factory new, does not, generally speaking, have that new car look to it. It's just, it's just, you know, the stuff is, and people didn't forget, military hardware is basically industrial grade stuff that's made to go out and get broken and break things. That's kind of its function. And now, get a little of the wash here that I made. Make sure I get the right one. Really diluted. And all right. Oh, there we go again. Didn't put gloves on, dummy. That's why I use acrylics, so I can clean up in time for dinner. Put this where I won't knock it over. Smear, touch, smear, touch, smear. Now there would definitely be some soot underneath where these rockets have fired. Smear. There we go, give it that slightly grungy look. Well, you know what, start with the bottom of his feet. There's no way those things would stay looking clean. Just a second, and give it a quick wipe. There we go. Just enough to take the new car, see? Just enough to take the new car shine off of it. Nice little, oops, here we go. And anyway, of course, let's see. There we go. Now we're getting a little, now we're getting that, there we go, that's better. See, a little smudgy, not like all nasty, just like I've been out working, saving the universe, you know. You're gonna pick up a little soot, a little dirt, a little dust, a little rust. It's a violent universe out there. That's why he's got all the weapons. And just do this kind of thing for a while. Now down here under the rocket motors in his ankles, I want to use my little Tamiya weathering kit. Soot. I'm looking for soot. Only modelers pay good money for soot. Put the lid on this before I knock it over again. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. There we go. Man, this soot, especially on this white, it looks good. It's not overkill, but it gives him that I've been out doing the world, you know, saving the universe look without, you know, just a little here, a little touch there, touch on the helmet. Get rid of that antiseptic, you know, I just came out of the shower look. And maybe a couple blaster hits on the shield. There we go. Just a little something to give it a little patina, a little character there. Yeah, and I might add a little more later. Oops, I might add a little more later, but now you look, where's his weapon? Okay, the weapon's definitely been getting used, so we got to soot the barrel up. I need to get to that weapon and give it, just give it a little touch up, add a few frills and fancies to it. He's got so many weapons. These things come with a lot of options, the early model, late model. So, where's my little snipper? Exacto knife will work. I got a little piece of plastic here, didn't go. There we go. This might should maybe a spot, just a touch of paint. Alrighty, well, I'm not being very excited tonight, guys. I just thought I'd try something a little different while I'm working, but I think I'm boring the crap out of everybody. But we all have our talents. Maybe I'll paint that grip black. There we go. Just to give the weapon a little character. And I'll let that try. All right, well, thought about building this little Starfix Spitfire in real time. You can put one of those together about 10 minutes with fast-acting glue. But anyway. Thought about doing a speed build with the Spitfire, but the fast-acting glue isn't that fast, and I'm literally not going to make a video where you watch glue dry. So I will see everybody later. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Oh, provided nothing I've never seen, still planning to do a live stream on Saturday. I think I'm going to bump it up to 4 o'clock, which would be 2000 Zulu time. Just because the folks who do watch from the UK or Europe, it's just starts getting kind of late for them. So 4 p.m. 2000 Zulu, that'd be 4 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. West Coast. So just to do something different. And we'll talk to you guys later. Take care. You have a great evening. Ciao.